Howdy class, Computer Science Foundations using Python. It's Paul Austin here. This is lists, an ordered collection of values. First of all, a list is just a value. There's true, false, there's numbers like 1, 2, 3. A list itself is a value. And when you're typing it in the code, you can just open an open bracket and then the values, like in this first line here. I'm going to click on that. 1, 2, and 3 are elements of that collection, and then the close bracket. With that, you can print it, and then you'll get those numbers there. Now, more often than not, you're going to see lists assigned to a variable, as in the case here. A equals the list containing the strings B, C, and D. Now I have that list, and I can access it through the variable A. And if I were to draw what A was, and you sort of like in memory, you can think of it as like a box holding B, C, and D, and they're in an order. It's got length 3, and each element has an index, and so that's how I'm going to be able to get elements out. And there's one at index 0, one at index 1, and then one at index 2. Now, lists in Python are very dynamic, so I can add things to them. I can append something to the end. If I want to put something other than at the end, I'll use the insert method. So if I do insert 3, this is going to put Y. And the easiest way to understand where 3 is, because you could be going like, does that insert after or before element 3? How does it relate to? The easiest way to think of it is once the insert is done, the variable or the value you're inserting will be at index 3. So if we do insert 3 comma Y, then after the insert, then it will be 0. I'm going to click on here, 0, 1, 2, 3. Y will be at index number 3. If you want to add something to the front of the list, that's easy. Insert 0. And so A, in this case, will now be at index 0. Now, the square brackets we've used to define the values, there's kind of a magic twist that happens here. When those brackets stand all on their own, you're defining a list. However, as it shows up in here, if you have an identifier that's followed by a bracket, then what we're going to do is we're going to index that list. So when you see A bracket 0, you kind of say like A sub 0, or I'm indexing element 0 out of A. In this case, I'm indexing element 3 out of A. So you can use the indexing operations to pull an element out, or you can use that. I guess one way of saying it is I'm referring to the container or the cell at index 0, and I want to change what's in that element. So A sub 0 equals capital A means I'm replacing the 0th element. Now, you can make mistakes either for reading or for writing the elements. In this case, if I did A sub 5, there is no fifth, there is no index number 5 because it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in that case, you're going to get the index out of range error. These are just a few of the methods. If you look online at the Python documentation, I've got some of that right here. We saw the append, there's extend, there's insert. We can remove, searches through and find something on there. We can pop, so we can pull an item off at the given position. We'll just pull it out of it by index. You can clear them and count, find how many of a particular type. You can reverse it and copy. There's a lot of operations you can do with lists. That's it for this topic on here. All right, guys, God bless you and have a good day. Bye.